like Talk Fusion and
Okay.
different things like that. Or, you know, even with you guys, you come here, shoot video, you use it as part of your website.
You think?
Yeah, I think.
I think it's better if people just kind of, go buy a camera, shoot it in their dark basement with bad audio, and, with
Yes,
no,
'cause
with
it's
no
so
knowledge of how
professional.
to frame it or anything like that.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, and this is I'm glad you brought this up, because I personally do not think that turning on a camera on your laptop and just sort of shooting is the kind of quality of a video that you want to put out there when you're talking about who you are and what you do and why you do it. You got to have a little bit more professional of a
Exactly. This is
video
what
than
we're
that.
talking about with the brand, right?
Yes.
You can
Yes.
be that basement type person. That could be your brand, but who wants to have that brand?
You don't. You want to take it to another level, and you maybe even want to take it to having your own show.
Exactly. Thank you for saying that, Jeanette.
You're welcome. And then, of course, other parts of the toolbox, believe it or not, include the simplest of things like an email address. You know, how many cards you get that say the company name and then the email address is either something at Simpatico or something at Rogers or something at Gmail? That is the worst personal branding you could possibly do for yourself. If you have a name like, I don't know, That Channel,
Yeah.
you probably want to have, you want to have an email address that has your logo or your business name incorporated in it, like info@thatchannel.com rather than info@gmail.com.
Or hotchick420 at thatchannel.com.
Yeah, something that's like totally professional, not unprofessional, and that is characteristic of you and what you're trying to portray. Okay, so then another thing that we overlook a lot of the times, and I don't want to delve too much into this because this is going to be Marilyn's thing today, but the wardrobe that we wear really speaks volumes about A, what we think of ourselves, and B, what we're projecting, the image we're projecting to the world. Let me take, for example, someone in the fashion business. If they're not dressed in the latest fashion, and their hair is not done properly, and their makeup is not done properly, why would anybody trust you to help them look good if you don't look good? It starts with you. It's all about you. And whatever you choose to project in your business life, and a lot of small business people say, well, I'm a small business person, I can overlook this, I don't need to worry about this. That's not true. That is totally not true. A small business person, mid-sized business person needs to manage their reputation and credibility just as much as a star does,
Yeah.
and just as much as a corporation does, because again, we're making snap judgments as to whether or not you're the person for the job, and that's up to you to prove that you are the right person for the job.
It's kind of like, how serious are you about your business, about what you're doing, about
Yes.
how you present yourself to the world?
And similarly, the literature you pass out, whether it's your brochure or whether it's your business card or whether it's your website, I know I've said this before in other segments, but it's so true, I got to say it again, that, they all have to be really up to snuff too. There's a lot of, do-it-yourself programs out there today. People look to save money. But, the expression penny wise, pound foolish, at some point you have to get some kind of a budget together wherein you're willing to at least invest in a decent business card, no perforated edges,
Yeah, I
and
know, eh?
a decent website with some kind of decent template behind it, and a decent brochure. If not, if those three things aren't together, that's the first taste somebody gets of you. Talk about personal branding. You've got to have that. And strong messaging and strong emails with the right sign-offs, the right
Right.
signature block. Very important. So this is your gift to the world, and you have to instow it on the world, because the world's not going to come looking for it from you.
Absolutely.
They're not going to call you up and say, okay, you look unprofessional, I don't care, and it seems very simplistic, but it's true. It's true. Everything we do is part of who we are, is part of our business, and we've got to walk the talk. And so when you put all these things together, that's when you're going to see the greatest success, because when people see you walking your talk and being authentic and real and standing up for what you believe in and showing the world what you believe in, they resonate with you. That's how you get a following.
That's interesting.
And they say, you know, if this is done correctly, because, you know, most businesses sadly are in and out within 3 years. A lot of that is because of marketing, right?
Yeah.
Marketing can be very difficult if you don't know what you're doing, but it can also be not so hard when you have somebody like me on your side who's making it simplified for you and providing you with tools, context, resources, crew, templates, scripts, everything you need to lead and succeed. And it's also something that can be fun and creative. We did a whole segment on this. It's not supposed to be a chore. But the simplest of things is where it begins. And I don't know how much simpler you can get than having a personal brand in place and working it really for you to make, you know, you have to be top of mind. You have to be top of mind. If you're not top of mind, you miss out opportunities and clients and sales.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what we're talking about today, right? On the show, it's really all about the personal brand, everything from makeup and hairstyle to wardrobe to
cosmetic surgery if you need to go that route. Now, the reason that the cosmetic surgery can be a part of it is that, and this is more for maybe people who are applying for jobs. You know, today a lot of job search is done online. LinkedIn is part of your profile. You have to make it really good. Facebook is part of profile. You got to make it really good. Your whatever you put up there has to be managed.
It's part of your brand.
It's part of your brand. It's part of your personal brand. It has to be very good. And if you're looking for a job, you know that employers look there first now before anywhere else, right? So when you think about all these things, and if you're competing in a job market where jobs are scarce, sometimes, you know, you've got 20 plus years experience, but nobody wants to hire you because you look sort of past it a bit, and there's younger people coming out to compete with. That's where, you know, sometimes like plastic surgery or cosmetic procedures or Botox or something can really give you an advantage. I hate to say it, but the world is shallow. I mean, this is nothing new, right? You know, sometimes we need an edge to give us a competitive chance. And that's what it's about. But I don't say that personal branding is all about that. I'm saying that's one component of it.
For sure. Okay. Well, great.
Okay, so interacting the three, getting clear on your brand of you, your image of you, and what it is you're trying to achieve, and then compiling that and like checking in with others what their view of you is, and how they're perceiving you, and combining it together, and then taking those 2 steps and putting it into play with all that stuff will give you such an edge.
You know, I think it's really important. Also, I think maybe, just maybe, you know, people talk about the company brand. Now you're talking about personal brand here today. I'm wondering maybe even one day, because there's some talk that corporations may not last forever, or that they may not be around in the economy of the future, and more people are self-employed. Maybe it's the personal brand that's going to be the most important thing of all as we move into the future.
Well, I'd like to say that it's already that way, because even in corporations, the people in there who are at the heads or whatever level they're at, they still need a personal brand. It's something they're bringing to the corporation. But most definitely, we are in the digital economy, and we do see a resurgence of the entrepreneur. And you know, again, if you want your business to survive, it starts with you. You are the extension of your business. You are your business. And you are the taste that people get of the business.
Okay, Jeanette. Is that it for the Magnetic Marketing Moment?
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, and if people want to get in touch with you and find out more, get into the details, maybe get you to help them work on their personal brand, how can they do that?
They can contact me at 905-882-6893 extension 1, and visit my website, www.yourmarketingmagnet.com. There's a section called the Magnetic Marketing PR Process, and on the drop menu, it's the TMPP summary. You'll get a glimpse of all the different areas of marketing I can help you with. And if you're interested in my packages, you can just stay on the same site and look under Work with Jeanette. I have different options. I have the group one, which we mentioned next session is June 29th. That's a Magnetic Marketing Femtor Circle. And then I have one-to-one options, work with Jeanette, one-to-one, ask Jeanette, and we also have Marketing Goddess intensive packages. So yeah, this is one aspect I can coach and consult and you on and strategize a plan with you for improvement. There's other aspects too.
That's fantastic, Jeanette.
Thanks.
Thanks for doing this.
Thank
That
you.
is the Magnetic Marketing Moment for today, Monday, June 20th, 2011. We're going to take a little break now with Annalise Dugas, and we're going to come back with Gianluca Orenti, award-winning makeup and hairstylist, right after this.